Hey guys, welcome back to Pierre Haché Music. Today I'm going to talk about 7 things every beginner should know before learning any instrument. Be sure to stay tuned. So whether you're a complete beginner or maybe you're an intermediate player, these tips will really help you. You want to keep these in mind. These are things that I tell my own students a lot that I wish I had heard more early on in my music career. They're in no particular order, but these are 7 tips that if you really keep them to heart and apply them in your practice and in your kind of mindset towards music, these could really, really help. Let me know in the comments which ones are new to you, which one's your favorite, and which one you might apply to your practice, to your musical journey. And if you have any other suggestions, things you wish you know when you were starting out on an instrument, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. One of the most important things that every beginner should realize is that if you want to learn to play the ukulele, you got to play the ukulele. You got to pick it up and play almost every day. If you want to play the guitar, you got to play the darn guitar. The drums, the piano, the flute, whatever it is, you want to develop the habit of playing it often. So it's not just, oh, I'm going to practice it for a week or two and then I know how to play this instrument. I know how to play the ukulele now. It's a process, it's a journey, and you need to be there, sit down, and practice almost every day. You're really starting a new habit, a new routine. You want to incorporate it into your lifestyle and do it all the time, every day. That's how you'll improve, and that's how you'll have the most fun. Another thing that some beginners don't realize is that the barrier of entry to playing certain songs isn't that high. Once you learn a few chords on ukulele or guitar, for example, it's much easier, it's not too hard to strum and sing certain songs. Within a few weeks, dare I say, you could play half a dozen songs if you're, once again, practicing regularly. Now, some instruments have a kind of a higher barrier to entry. Playing tenor sax or getting a nice sound on violin or upright bass, those are challenging instruments. And just to play a song that sounds good might take a few months to get that going. But on instruments like guitar, ukulele, that barrier of entry to playing some beginner level songs isn't that high. So stick to it and you'll get there soon enough. Fundamentals are key. Don't just keep trying to do something more challenging and dive into harder and harder things. You want to work on the fundamentals. So by this I mean single note exercises, scales, basic chord transitions, counting while you switch chords, that kind of a thing. I'll link down in the description to a video that goes in depth in these concepts and offers some really solid fundamental exercises. But you want a strong foundation. So don't just play songs and dive into harder things. Work on basics. It really, really helps. Slow down, work on good technique. You want strong fundamentals, and then that'll make it easier to learn more challenging things down the road. Another thing all beginners should know is that, especially when it comes to ukulele and guitar, bar chords are hard. It's going to be a challenge. You want to kind of anticipate that and start working on your pinching strength early on, barring 2 strings, 3 strings at a time, and work on this, okay? Hand strength takes time to develop, as well as that dexterity to bar with one finger and then press with the tips of the others. Especially if you're older, in your 40s, and you're learning this stuff for the first time, it can be hard. Be patient and know that bar chords are challenging for everyone. Everyone has a different level of natural ability. I've been teaching music for over 20 years, and I feel I have a pretty good sense of one's natural ability within the first couple lessons. Some people have a good ear, some people are very visual and learn things and memorize things quick. Some people have this kind of dexterity right off the bat. Everyone has their own natural strengths, but know that with practice and focus, you can make any one of your weaknesses a strength. So be real with yourself. Do you have a good ear? Do you struggle with dexterity? Know what your weaknesses are and work on them from the start. Everyone has a different level of natural ability, but with focused work, you can progress and make any one of your weaknesses a strength. This kind of relates to the first point, but guys, if you're starting out at an instrument, you better enjoy practicing. You want to make it fun. You want to make that sitting down and going through the motions and working on new things something that you enjoy. So make sure that you inject into your practice things that are a little lighter, a little easier for you, but also this kind of progressive a progressively more difficult thing, like at the gym, progressive overload, right? If you're trying to lift heavier and heavier weights, gradually do so that you don't hurt yourself, you're not overwhelmed, but you just gradually, incrementally increase the level of challenge, keeping it fun. Lastly, you want to be hungry for new ways of practicing, new ideas of how to practice. Soon I'll be uploading a video with 5 often overlooked practice techniques. These are great ways to keep your practice fresh and keep improving. You want to always practice in new ways and seek out new ways of challenging yourself and of playing your instrument. It's not just learning scales and songs and gradually progressing there. There's lots of ways to practice music. So if you're interested in this, subscribe and consider clicking the bell icon to stay tuned to my upcoming videos. I'll be uploading that one shortly. Thanks so much for watching this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.